Howdy, howdy. I'd like to talk about financial manipulation in dysfunctional families. Very fun topic. I'm going through it right now. My father just sent me $300 after I told him I don't want to talk with him anymore. Um, yeah, let's get into it. Um, I called them. I told them, it was a very brief conversation. I've been pulling back from my parents more and more. And I recently texted my mother, who was she gave me a debit card. She was my payee because of my, mental illness. Um, and my father's been sending money. Really, I mean, that's the only kind of relationship I have with my parents because they were never parents to me. Um, and the more I pulled away, the more that they used money to control me. It always came with strings attached. And, I learned a lot of dysfunctional behaviors myself. I was using drugs, marijuana primarily. Um, and, you know, I was not good at managing my money. My parents did not set me up for financial independence. I believe actually they really enjoyed, a part of them enjoyed kind of nurturing a dependence on them. They never gave me the skills to develop as an adult. Um, my mother being addicted to methamphetamine, my father being an alcoholic who's continuing to use alcohol. It's all fucked up, and how sick it was making me. I really have to stay away from drugs, just obviously for myself, but also because I know where I'll go back to. I'll go back to them, and I'll die. Like I will die if I don't leave this family system and develop as an adult. I will fucking die for real. Like no joke. I'll be dead. Like I've been close to death. Um, Psychosis, wandering the streets, severely dehydrated, suicidal. Um, it's no joke. Like it's real shit. I got friends who are dead because of what happened in their family, and I won't get into that, but it's no fucking joke, and it's do or die. And every day it's like I got to do what I got to do to stay in recovery. That means mental health recovery, not using substances, engaging in treatment, doing what I can for myself, socializing, trying to manage my money. I just opened my first checking and savings account uh, with a credit union. I got my card a couple days ago. I'm waiting to get my PIN number soon. I guess I don't know if I should be saying that online, but I I have $100 on the account. I get Social Security, disability. I have a place to stay. I don't need their money. And even if I did, if I needed money, I would go without food, or I'd go to a food bank, or if I needed clothes, there are places I could get clothes. I'm not at risk of homelessness right now. Um, it's nice to have dignity. It's nice to not being able to be bought. If my father sent me a check for $5,000 or $10,000, I would rip it up. That's what I did. I ripped up that $300 to me is a lot, relatively. It may not be for you. I don't get a lot of money. I get $1,000, uh, and a third of that goes to rent, and then I have to pay bills, just my cell phone and my internet. Luckily, I don't have a lot of bills, um, and I'm not good at managing my money, And now I'm off of tobacco, I'm off of marijuana, I'm off of all substances except caffeine, coffee, and all these emotions come up, all these really deep emotions, and they came up today. And then I received this in the mail, and I thought about sending a letter to my father saying I don't want to, et cetera, et cetera. I don't want to have a relationship with you. I've already said it. So what I did is I just don't want to talk with them. And so I ripped it up and I threw it out. And my father is dying slowly. He's killing himself with substances, with his own patterns of behavior and thinking. And what that letter was to me, I just have this image in my head of a hand reaching up from the grave, trying to pull me into the grave. Like for real, like no shit. He's trying to kill me, whether he's aware of it or not. Is this the ramblings of a schizophrenic? I think not. You know, he's extremely sick. The family made me very, very sick. And then they were like, "You're the sick one," you know? And then I carried that sickness into adulthood. And now I'm doing what I need to be well. I'm in therapy, as I said. I'm a member of various 12-step groups. I'm using that peer support. I'm taking care of myself in my daily life financially. Like I said, I just opened up the checking and savings account. I'm trying the best I can just to survive and just to be well. And to do that, I have to cut out people who are trying to pull me into the grave, like for real. Um, because this isn't a joke. This is life and death, and I want to live. I don't want to die like that. I don't want to die like my friends. I don't want to die like my father is killing himself. I don't want to live like my mother lives. I don't want to live like my older sister lives in bondage. You know, I want to have dignity and freedom, and I want to treat people with respect. I like to treat myself with respect. I want to get out of that system. I want to get out of that system, and I want to get out of the system that's in my head that's been you know put there by my sick family, and it's really tough, and I can't do it alone. Luckily, I don't have to do it alone. I've got a support system, but not everybody's understanding of that, in society. Uh, but I got to find these pockets of growth, of healing, of healthiness, of people who understand this stuff, uh, because it is life or death. I live in a sick world. Um, and I don't want to contribute to that sickness. And I don't want to be sick like that anymore. I want to be well. I'm just tired of being sick like that. I'm tired of the insanity, the cruelty. I don't want to be, I don't want to act out. I don't want to act out what I learned from my parents out into the world, towards others, towards myself. I never learned how to be a responsible adult. My mother sexually abused me. There was a lot of abuse, physical, emotional, and I'm trying to heal from it and try not to kill myself. Like for real. This isn't. I know, I know people who've killed themselves. They just couldn't take it anymore, and I don't want to get to that point. I would like to be healthy. I don't want to kill myself with drugs, and I don't want to kill myself by not seeking help for the trauma that has happened to me. I don't want to die. I don't want to die like that. I want to live a life with dignity. I don't want to die. And I'll end on this. I just don't want to die. I don't want to. I don't want to hurt other people. I don't want to hurt myself. I want to heal and grow and change and move forward and not be stuck in the past and not be around people who are trying to pull me into the grave psychologically or in a literal sense. You know, I want a new way of life, and I have to. First step in that is not picking up drugs and not contacting my parents, because those lead to death for me and a lot of misery for others. I need help, and I'm getting it. Thank you for listening.